Sound check with Jamie.
We can do that now.
Jamie, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
We love you for it. Thank you. All right. Good evening and welcome to the February 10th, 2026 Zoning Board of Appeals regular monthly meeting for the Village of Ossining. This is a quasi-judicial public hearing. We're using a hybrid format for today's meeting and all of our meetings, both in person and online via Zoom. Members of the public attending via Zoom may use the raise hand feature at the appropriate time if you'd like to make a comment. And for those attending by phone, you can press *9 and that will function as a raise hand. We will see that during the appropriate time and allow you into the meeting. Comments at any time may be emailed due to plan@villageofossining, New York or ny.gov. Again, plan@villageofossining.ny.gov. This meeting will be recorded and a transcript will be available at a later date. So for those in the room, even though there's just a few of you, when you come up, please make sure you're signed in. We'll give you that time if you haven't done so already. And just make sure your comments are for the matter we're currently speaking about at that time. All right, joined today, we have Maddie Zahash, the Assistant Village Manager. We've got Taryn Ramey, the Assistant Land Use Attorney. Looks like Joe popped on, the Village Inspector. Jamie Kane is the Board Secretary. And then, did I get a roll call to vote? Board, please.
Sure can. Erica Matias. Here.
Here.
Corey Black. Here. Michael Spall.
Here.
Chris Asensio.
Here.
And Adair Abarizza.
Here. All right, look at that. Right on time. All right, so the first thing we're going to look to do for those, actually, we had a full board last month, right? Yeah, so everyone here is eligible to vote on this. But could we get a motion to approve the minutes from last month's meeting?
Motion to approve, Chris.
Seconded, Corey.
We have Chris and then Corey. We're going to do this by unanimous consent if there's no objections to adopting the minutes as is. All right, then they are approved. Moving on to new business of the board. This is for ZBA 04-2026 for 176 North Highland Avenue. The applicant is seeking an area variance for the number of required off-street parking spaces. Something we're very familiar with, so come on up.
Thank you, everybody. I am the owner of 176. My name is Angelo Inducci.
Angelo Inducci, owner of the property.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So what are we doing? We'll pull up any relevant.
Okay, no, that's fine. I have a new tenant, although it's existing usage on the first floor, which is a pet grooming, which I had there before. I had a vet on the second floor. Now I have a chance to get a regular doctor on the second floor, which and I also have a small room, which if you look at the building all the way to the right, that's the other building. It's what we're talking
The one where
about.
the
Let me-
veterinary hospital was?
Yes,
I'm gonna hop onto Google Maps.
that other building was my office. But in any event, he's a jewelry repair guy. He has a business down on South County Avenue. And I understand that there's going to be another fast food business. Yeah, I didn't want to mention that. I didn't know if that was, everybody had it.
We sell it Popeyes for a while.
I don't want to say that.
That is.
And I understand that
Yeah.
they're either coming down or they're gonna make a restaurant or whatever you want to call it. And he wants this like tiny little room, which is only 500 square feet. That's all he seems to need. So that's what I'm here for.
So just some context, this application previously received an area variance for 5 off-street spaces. And with this, there's no changes to the site. It's really the interior uses. It's just changes of business that have different parking requirements, which is what's driving them to be here today.
Okay.
Uh,
There we go.
right. For the tenant that's occupying the 500 square feet.
Actually, it's less than 500
Yeah,
square feet.
well, we'll call it 5
The new space,
Yes.
the new smaller space.
Yes, that was always there, but the groomer, because of the rent, she wanted to not take that, so we had to eliminate that from her little package, so
Yeah.
that's why that became available.
Of course, and based on the tenant that would be moving in or is moving in, do you see additional traffic or fewer traffic than when the groomer was there?
I don't think there's any change at all, for the simple fact that he's a one-man person, and I think he brings all the work in from other jewelry stores. I think that's what it looks like to me. Very few walk in there.
I could reflect on that. I go there quite often and I never see more than 1 or 2 customers in there at any given time. He's busy, but it's just one person goes and leaves, one person goes and leaves.
That sounds similar to a groomer.
Yeah.
Well, a single, one person.
And then the new
Mm.
doctor's office would be similar too, right?
The doctor, he's a specialty doctor. I think what they call concierge doctors. So you pay so much and they really, sometimes I know one that moved to New York City. He said he'll go a whole day with only seeing one person. So that's the type of doctor he is. He's not a regular, go there with a sniffy nose and things like that.
Concierge doctors are normally monthly payment based with
That's
additional
correct.
services provided.
And he also lives in Ossining. So I'd like to get him here.
And so you don't see any issues with the amount of parking spaces in your tenants? You think you're good to go?
I don't think so, because with the vet there, he had 3 vets before. And I don't recall any time a problem with parking. And although I know it's not part of the package, but we're lucky enough to have Cedar Lane, which has parking all the way up there. And we have a back entrance and a ramp there also.
I don't have any other questions, just.
Just for record, I believe you have 17 off-street parking spaces. And when the building was built for the plumbing business, 5 parking spaces variance was granted. But with some of the changes, they need an additional 5 spaces.
Okay, so I see a curb cut out even on Cedar Lane. People go in the building.
That's correct. We added, that's our sidewalk. We
That's
put
the
that
ramp.
in.
Mhm.
So to be clear, there's already a variance for 5, there should be an additional 5.
The variance for 10.
You're right.
Or like, yeah.
Yeah.
Total. All right, gentlemen, any questions?
Clear.
Okay, can I get a motion to open the public hearing?
Motion to open, Chris?
We got Chris and Erica. There are no objections to opening the public hearing. Public hearing is now open. This is standard required.
No, no,
part of
we're
our- You're probably here for the additional application. Any comments on this one? All right. I don't see anybody in the room. Anybody online, please raise your hand, or by phone, *9. Going once, twice. All right. Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion to close, Corey.
Seconding, Chris.
All right, if there's no objection to closing, public hearing is now closed. This to me seems like a simple application. We will, based on any additional questions, we'll go through our 5 factors then.
Yes.
We're good?
Yep.
We have to go through.
Almost
the-
done.
No, I get it. I'm good.
We're
for
good.
You're
my
good.
presence here.
Yeah, yeah, you can
I
take.
didn't eat yet.
You can sit down if you'd like. So.
She's gonna go through something quickly and then you'll officially be. good
Okay,
to
I'm
go.
sorry, excuse me.
You're good. So in determining whether or not to grant the variance, the zoning board must balance the benefit to the applicant against any potential detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the community or neighborhood by granting the variance. In doing so, you must consider 5 factors, the first of which is whether an undesirable change will be produced in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties will be created by granting the variance.
Well, there's no real change to the neighborhood necessarily. I mean, the use changed, but I don't really think there's any change to be a negative detriment. It's pretty much like use for like use.
Yeah, and I think the applicant adequately answered the fact that there's no change really in the amount of cars coming in and out, which would be a consideration of how that fits within the character.
Where the benefit sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than the area variance.
I would don't see that that's possible because the property is relatively new in terms of having been redesigned with the last few years. With all brand new buildings, things of that sort, fits in nicely with the community neighborhood, and other than taking additional lawn for parking spaces, really, and any of the alternatives.
This is one of my big categories, but in this case, I would say no as well.
Yeah.
Whether the requested area variance is substantial.
This is,
Numerically, but not in impact.
and by discussing the use and any change possible, that kind of fits into I would agree with Corey, the determination that it's. Oh my gosh, yes. My brain is not turned
I
out.
couldn't think of the word either, so
I
it's
know.
okay. I was trying to help.
Determinant?
It is determinative, but in this case, we agree with the fact that there's no accident.
So the 4th factor is whether the proposed variance will have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions of the neighborhood or district.
I don't think so. There's no material change.
And then finally, whether the alleged difficulty was self-created, which is relevant to the board's decision, but not necessarily determinative.
I would say it is, but only, but again, it's not really necessarily a negative because there's no real change in the amount of intensity of use of the property. But yes, choosing to add additional tenant space within your property to which creates a variance issue, yes. All right, based on the discussion, it seems like we're leaning towards an approval. So I get a motion to approve this application? Motion to approve.
Motion second, Chris.
Erica and Chris, our tag team here. All right. Could we get a vote, roll call vote, please?
Okay, Chris Asensio.
Aye.
Michael Spall.
Aye.
Erica Matias. Corey Block.
Yes.
Chair Everett.
Yes. All right, now you're official, it's approved.
Thank you.
They will send you in a couple weeks, they will send the official notification.
I'll tell you, I really looked for this tenant because I had 13 marijuana people that wanted to come there, who wanted to buy the building, and I refused to let it go at that. I kept the building empty for that reason. So I would like to thank you because, you know, I grew up here and this is what I want. I want to try to keep it the right way. So thank you, everybody.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
And don't forget, Mr. and Mrs. Santucci, if you guys need to get sign permits for new tenants, make sure to go to the building department to do that, okay?
Yes, yes, we already spoke about that.
Just want to make sure. We're trying to remind everybody.
We've seen that, so
Thank you.
appreciate your time. Have a good night.
Congratulations.
Thanks for everybody.
Thank you.
Next up on the agenda is ZBA 05-2026. This is for 83 North Malcolm Street. Applicant is seeking an area variance for front and side yard setbacks for the proposed construction of a front porch staircase, informally referred to as the Ossining Special.
Which were
Come on down. And you were nodding your head earlier.
Wait, hang on. This gentleman, I believe, is here for 57 Hill, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. So it's okay.
That's one of our additional.
What's next after that?
So, yes.
So we had Ada. I'm not sure if the person who's now on the call is Ada, so I'm gonna allow them to speak and hope that it's our applicant. Ada or Aida, can you hear us?
I do see that your call is on mute. We're still here. We're just giving you an opportunity to try to unmute your line. You're on the call, but we can't hear anything. Let me see if I can look up a little troubleshooting thing quick.
Maybe we want to move to the next matter
Yeah.
while we try to figure it out.
Yeah. Let me see if I can give them just a quick tip. *6.
Oh.
Yep, there you go.
Oh,
Hello,
hello.
it worked. A little technical difficulty, sorry. This is Ida.
All right, thank you so much. And you are the owner of the property?
Yes,
All right, the floor is yours. What are we doing?
we're just wanting to fix the stairs and some of the area there so that it's, more, safe. Because some of the concrete is like starting to fall because of years.
That seems like a very simple thing to do. So this, for those who may not have been at as many meetings, this is something we are currently working on getting changed in the code so that this can be handled outside of the board, maybe in the building department specifically, but replacing stairs same as, correct? Just new?
Say that again, I'm sorry?
You're replacing the stairs the same as they are now, just updating them for safety purposes.
Correct. It's going to be updated.
Okay.
Can I just, because I know we have the worksheet there, if you go to the plan, if it's the most updated plan, the request of the numbers of the setbacks is incorrect. They actually need,
Nice.
I believe, only a variance for the side yard and for the front yard. What the architect did when he filled it out, he was using the setbacks of the existing house and not of the staircase, which is what is being presented today.
So Joe, would you recommend that we consider a conditional approval based on updating the worksheet?
Yes, and you can see I had him add those dimensions there. and it shows that the staircase is actually 4.83 from the property line. And on the other side, it's 15.6. So the combined amount is more than 20. So that's actually compliant with the setback requirements. They need it for the amount of the difference between the 8 feet and 4.83 for a side yard, and the front yard where you need to have a 30-foot setback to have a 5.5-foot setback. So, I mean, I would assume you can vote on it based on the numbers around the plan, but the worksheet just needs to be corrected.
Okay, and just to be clear, do you want to state precisely the variance requested? Just because you have the numbers, I guess you did right off your
Can
head.
I ask a question before we move forward? Because when you're looking at side yard setbacks, you would take the shortest part on the other side. So I don't know why.
Well, because we're not asking, or the request is not to do variance for the existing home. The home is not what's being done today. It's the new structure. And what they're doing is they're putting a whole new staircase. So the staircase itself is what's not in accordance to the setbacks.
So what
I
is it?
get that, it's just it's confusing because for setbacks, you normally don't take a portion of the house and do a setback off of only.
Well, it would be the same thing like if somebody was putting up an addition or a deck, you would only be doing the variance for the deck or the addition, not for the original house. And that's the same case here.
As long as
This
you
is
guys
one of
are
the
comfortable
reasons,
with it.
this
that's
is one
fine.
of the reasons this was brought up at the Board of Trustees over the course of probably 2 years. And it's on the agenda to be,
Tomorrow, it's on
it's,
the agenda.
yes, to get changed. So it's been a long, in the future, there's a potential that these don't even come before the board. They'll just live with them. So.
Okay.
That's why I don't dig too deep into them.
No, I just wanted to make sure we had the correct numbers.
So on the correct numbers is the side yard setback 5 feet, so we're looking at 0.12 foot.
No, the setback that's showing there is 4.83 to the staircase. That's the one they have bubbled in there.
Got it. It's just the line.
It's it would be 8 feet less that amount,
8 feet less,
4.83. So your variance is 3.17.
right? 3.17 feet, and the 15.6, or what the combined one you said is actually,
It's the
The
front.
combined between the two is more than 20, and 20 is the minimum of the combined yard.
okay, and 5.5 feet, what is the setback?
And you have to have a 30-foot setback in the front, and they have 5.5. So the difference of request would be 24.5.
Appreciate that one, right? Yeah.
Awesome, thank you so much. All right, so before we restate those, is there any other questions from the board?
Yeah, so the geometry, the step count is gonna be the same, like for like, and it's going,
In-kind replacement,
so it's gonna be masonry to wood.
that's a question for Joe.
Joe, is the material of the stairs anticipated to change?
Yeah, they're changing they're doing repairs to the front porch, but the staircase is being completely replaced. I believe, I mean, the owner can confirm that, but I believe what it is, they had, I guess, maybe a cement or a brick staircase that's being replaced, I believe, with a wood staircase.
Yeah, and that looks to be in line with the 4 photos that we saw before. They were showing that the other properties, masonry or not, they all had what looked like wooden staircases hollow underneath.
But the footprint and dimensions are the same. It's just gonna be a different material.
Yeah, I don't know if the original one, what the setbacks were on that, but this is what they're proposing now. It may be the same, could be slightly different.
Yeah, those right there. Wood, concrete, concrete.
I'm not sure what.
Let's find that bush.
So this is the property.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so as a masonry stairs, and if it goes wood, would it have any openings for rainwater to like, to be managed, or is it gonna be completely sealed and like be similar to what we see here? Just curious about the rainwater.
Yeah, I mean, the wood staircase obviously would be better for the purpose of, I'm sure that the staircase deteriorated over time because of just just the weather abuse of the concrete.
So for the applicant, just for the question, can you just describe the construction of the new stairs in terms of material?
Of what it's gonna be or what it is now.
What it's gonna be?
I don't know. I had the contractor work with the architect directly.
So
I believe it's all gonna be, everything's gonna be in the same place. I think that because of the concrete deteriorates over time, I think he was gonna put like whatever like some kind of special wood, I guess, that's resistant to the weather.
That's what I was saying.
I'm not sure the details.
If you could scroll up a little bit more. Yeah, it's wood.
Great. Cool. On your side, Chris. All right, can I get a motion to open public hearing?
Motion to open, Chris?
Seconded, Corey.
Chris and Corey, if there's no objections, public hearing is open. We've got 5-7 Hill back there. He's probably a no. Anybody else here to speak on this application online? Going once, going twice, sold. All right, can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion to close.
Thank you, Chris.
Erica and then Chris. And if there are no objections, public hearing is closed. Can we go through the 5 factors, please?
Yes. So the first factor is whether an undesirable change will be produced in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties will be created by granting the variance.
I'm gonna say no. I think it's an improvement and a change in material from deteriorating concrete.
Yeah, it's improvement.
Whether the benefit sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than the area variance.
No, it's a pretty steep incline. I feel like that's the minimum you need for rise over run safety.
Whether the requested area variance is substantial.
Numerically, yes. Impact, no.
Whether the variance would have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood.
No.
Staircase already exists.
Right. Then finally, whether the alleged difficulty was self-created, which is relevant but not necessarily dispositive.
In this case, no.
Okay.
All right, seems like we're looking to approve, so if we get a motion to approve this application.
Motion to approve, Erica.
Second, Chris?
Eric and Chris, on fire. Can we do a roll call vote, please?
Michael Small,
Aye.
Chris Essentia,
Aye.
Erica Matias, Corey Black,
Aye.
Kyle Aberrizza.
I, pending the update to the zoning board worksheet to reflect 3.17 feet for the side yard and 24.5 feet variance for the front yard setback. Aye. All right, looks like you are all approved. You're gonna get official notification from the building department in a couple weeks. So wait to do any work until that time.
Okay.
All-
So,
all set.
so is there adjustments you were saying that the architect has to do, correct? Because it's kind of hard to understand everything, sorry.
Yes, the architect needs to update the zoning board worksheet. And he can
Okay.
reach out to the building department to get the official numbers that we just stated.
Okay, so I'll send them a notice so that they can reach out.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna make an assumption that we don't have 34 State Street.
They are adjourned.
Great.
Jinx.
And additional business of the board. Last up, we have an informal discussion, no vote tonight, on 5-7 Hill Street.
I'm gonna save this gentleman a little bit of talking.
Great.
So long story short, back in November, this board approved the front yard setback variance. It had to go to BAR. The BAR requested that the applicant include like a little front entry staircase on the facade facing the street. The staircase encroaches in the front yard, which we see all the time. And so they had to come back for another front yard setback variance. Because of just noticing deadlines, they weren't able to notice in time for this meeting. But they were just hoping for an informal discussion for some feedback about how you feel about the variance requests, and if the board is so inclined, just a straw poll indicating how you might feel.
You see like the plan?
Yeah.
But that's just the context, the BAR requested a change. So here they are.
Aye.
Do you want the plan or the renders? Which
I don't
one?
know, whatever
So-
shows me.
Let's start with the plan.
I think the plan view shows the staircase.
Yeah,
So
the
the original setback the board approved is to the dwelling, I think it's at 12 feet.
Yeah, 12 feet.
And then there's a staircase, so it would be a variance, a 6-foot front yard setback. And if you scroll down to the elevations, you can see what it actually looks like. So right there.
Yeah, on the side elevation to the right shows the 6 feet that
Okay.
extends past the building line where we have our original variance.
Was this an additional egress request? from them?
No, it was about making the building fit the neighborhood more. The bar felt that we needed a front door. Originally, that faced the street. Originally, we did not have that. So we decided to do that, and we didn't realize we were going to have to go through all this again. So anyway, obviously we can't do this tonight. We can't get a vote, so we're gonna have to wait another month. But is this something that is gonna be okay next month? Is there any changes we need to make? Are we good with this? It's 6 feet from the property line. But if you look at all the other houses on that street and around that neighborhood, they're all very close to the property line. So I don't think it's anything out of normal for
Well,
that area.
Although this application is unique from the other one, I will say that these types of variances are something we almost universally grant after review. So I don't have any questions right now, and I would be willing to do a straw poll. Anybody else?
Can we just get a look at the property from above and see what was it on a corner? Is it on one street only?
It's actually on a dead end street. Fast 7 Hill Street's a dead end street,
Thought so.
and there's a couple houses across the street.
Mhm.
We didn't really think we needed a front door because of it being a dead end street, but we're just trying to keep everybody happy.
Okay.
That's it right there looking. There's the dead end.
And this is the one with the modular construction.
Yes. I work for
So
Manchester
could you
Modular.
just point in general where the two exits are on the like
It's gonna be on the left side.
left hand side? Okay.
Yeah, so that door would
Okay.
be like,
So if you go back, the gate is kind of like
yeah,
for the door.
So that would exit on the left there, closer to that shed then, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the street. yeah.
On the street, on the
6 feet
street.
off, 6 feet off.
And the other
property line.
exit would, or entrance would,
There are the exit on the riverside,
yeah,
uh,
okay, gotcha, okay.
yeah, with those
I just wanted
porches.
to get an
We
orientation.
wanted to
that's
give
all.
the
Okay,
new renters a view.
The house
Yeah.
like faces the river.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
DAR just wanted some sort of facade facing the street.
good
just
idea
to
for
match
these,
it.
yeah, please do.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
I think it's in line with the character of the neighborhood.
Yeah, if you look at the other
Good.
houses on there, it's.
A few vacant lots I've seen like that.
I feel like it's-
Because this is an informal discussion, we do not need to open. the
No public hearing.
Okay.
Hmm.
So without going through the 5 factors for today, just because this is pretty simple, do you want to call in,
I think everyone could just state whether they would be inclined to approve or deny the variance, and knowing this isn't binding on the board, everything's just informal.
so we're gonna start with Michael.
I would be inclined to approve.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm inclined to approve. This was the property we looked at with the tandem parking, assigned tandem parking was part of the resolution.
Yep.
So it was nice that what's happening in the front, that lines with everybody.
Nothing to add.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I'm 1 for 4.
I'm okay too.
Great,
Great,
there's your straw poll.
all righty.
But I completely understand why you did that, especially if things can happen at.
Exactly, I don't want to make sure everybody's still happy with it, and we'll be back, I guess, on the 10th of next month, and probably get our stamp, hopefully. Keep going forward.
So
Could you just sign in before you?
I did.
Okay.
I'm on here.
now,
first.
because he submitted for this meeting, do we get to prioritize him at the next meeting because he applied so early, or?
We can put them first.
You know,
The chair says.
well,
The chair.
this is a simple, quick one.
I'll read
He
them.
waited to the end of this one, he can go first.
Ah.
Really
Thanks,
just
guys.
be opening and closing the
Appreciate
public
it.
hearing. with
Oh,
them, so.
joined by Zoom too. I don't know how
I
local.
mean, I like to show up.
Okay.
You never
Anyway,
should.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, and there is nothing left, so could we get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So to adjourn, Chris?
Oh, second American.
Chris and Erica, if there are no objections, meeting is adjourned. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks,
Thanks,
Jamie.
Joe.
Thank you, both.
Thank you.